So this is kind of another way to plan for what you could possibly get with Social Security, even if you messed up. This is another way to kind of, I want to say, get a do-over or actually earn delayed retirement credits and increase your Social Security is you could work. And so here's what most people know. They know that if they make too much money, Social Security takes some of that back, right? In 2021, I believe it is $18,960. If you earn more than this, for every $2 that you earn over that amount, you lose $1. Right. So if you make enough to, let's say you're not even receiving any Social Security at all, then those benefits are not gone. Even if you're reducing it to where you still get some type of a benefit, but you're not getting your full benefit, those benefits are not gone forever. They are simply deferred. And so let's say that you decide to take income or decide to take Social Security at 62. That's 4 years early, right? 4 years early, but then you start working and you work enough to when you hit 66, Social Security will then recalculate what your benefit should be. And let's say you gave back the equivalent of 24 months, 2 years. Then when Social Security recalculates that, they're going to look at it saying, okay, well, instead of you claiming Social Security at 62, now it's like you claimed Social Security at 64. So you'll have that increased benefit now for the rest of your life. And so now let's take that a step further. Let's say you end up claiming at 62, and then you work to where you're able to give some back, but then you hit 66 and you're like, I'm still working and I'm making enough. I really don't need Social Security. Well, then you can still suspend it, voluntarily suspend it like we talked about earlier, and get those delayed retirement credits all the way up until 70. Right. And so when might something like this come into play? Well, most people right now have, actually, most people end up either losing their jobs or getting downsized, or because of health reasons, they're forced into retirement somehow. Right. And so, at least before they originally planned on it. Right. And what they can do now, and especially with the pandemic going on, unemployment rates have skyrocketed. And so most people, even more people than normal, have been losing their jobs. And so let's say something happens and at 62, you end up losing your job. And for financial reasons, you have to start claiming Social Security to make ends meet. Well, then at 63, you're lucky enough to get a job again. And now you're no longer receiving any benefits because you make too much money. Well, you can keep on making that money all the way up to full retirement age, voluntarily suspend those benefits, continue working all the way up until 70, and you will be able to get pretty much what you would have normally gotten because you only basically got benefits for 1 year. So you'll be very, very close to your 70-year-old amount. And you may actually have increased that benefit. So maybe it would have been past what that original 70-year-old amount was because you were still working. And if you're wages are higher. Remember, they use the highest 35 years. And so if any of the wages that you earned during that time are higher than some of the other ones that you had before, that's going to increase your benefit once you finally do turn them on at age 70. So this is kind of another way to plan for what you could possibly get with Social Security, even if you messed up. So hopefully those couple different strategies that we talked about are ones that were a little bit eye-opening because sometimes we think about certain situations and we only go so far, but we don't go as deep as what we possibly can to realize what's actually available out there. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and smash the notification bell to get updated every single week when we put out new content. Let's see, if you are watching this on the podcast, we bring podcasts out every single week. There's just a lot of content that we are always trying to bring people in order to empower them to live the retirement they deserve. Take care.